we at Glowstone, we strive at being the experts in DOT safety and regulatory compliance, and then turn that into making sure you guys are also staying in compliance. And we found another way where we can take advantage of new rules and regulations, and that's electronic credentials, electronic permits. Really, everybody knows what this is. It's in every single truck, and it's the permit book. And I don't think we need it anymore. IFTA and IRP have now forced enforcement to allow electronic permits of the cab card and their documents to be able to just show them, hey, yep, I'm good to go. And a lot of states, I actually wrote an article on this, 27 states have currently adopted electronic permits are allowed in-cab, at enforcement, and that's growing rapidly, and so we're going to see a lot more going down the road, especially here on the West Coast, a little bit more progressive on those type of things. So we are taking advantage of that. And now it's just access with a touch of the finger. What's so great about this is permit book, keeping it updated, every truck, driver, trailer, making sure all of that is accurate at the time the driver's driving down the road. If they're switching vehicles, if they're switching trailers, making sure everything's accurate as quickly as possible. Things get lost. I'm sure you've probably heard that many times. I don't have the paper. I don't know where it's at. A lot of times the drivers, I don't know what document that is, and flipping through, they just hand the book to the enforcement officers. There's a lot of issues and with the permit book, and we've potentially found a solution to help prevent a lot of this, and it's just like the ELD, it's just at the touch of your fingertips. Yeah, so permitbook.com is the back end of the permit book. The app itself is for the driver, for in the cab. The permit book is going to allow the key regulatory documents to be electronically loaded into the system. You can assign it to a driver or truck or trailer, those documents, and then the driver can access and view these documents just by logging into the app on their phone and take it with them wherever they are. What's great about it is if they get out of cell service, it's cached onto their phone, so when they open up, when they're out of service or out of cell service, and they are asked by enforcement, hey, do you have this? It's cached on their phone, so when they go into the app, it'll have the before they went out of service, out of cell service, that latest document that that they're looking for, and they can just show it to the to enforcement. The web application is permitbook.com, and this is the back end for fleet managers. If you're an owner-operator, so you can just go in the back end. You can get all the documents in the right truck online on the computer, right at your desk. It's just uploading the documents to the back end of this website, assigning it to where you want it to assign to, and then really it's good to go. You can, if you want to update any information, you just upload the newest document if it's been renewed, upload that document to where the other one was at, and it'll automatically refresh. And what's great about it, it's going to send a push notification to the driver to say, hey, document's been updated, you should re-download them or onto your phone, so it's all good to go. And then if they go out of service again, boom, they have that latest one that's out there. So it's perfect for when they're out on the road. If something gets updated, they're good to go. And really, you're never going to lose a document again. If the back office is doing their job as they have been, the driver should be good to go because they're not going to lose that paper document. The app itself for the driver, it's going to be available both, actually it's already available, we're sort of in beta testing right now. In about mid-2019, we're going to have everything ready to go, hopefully. But the app is on the mobile and iOS Apple app stores, and it's free. And the app, I mean, you can see the dashboard when they first log in. It's going to have the company information. The driver, when they log in, they're going to use their login, and it has their information, the truck and trailer information, basics, and then everything's there. You can view your permits from there. It's on the cloud. All the documents are on the cloud from the back-end office, uploading them. And so it's always there, available anytime. Like I said, when they get out of cell service, it's still cached on their phone and then gets updated when they come back in service. You can download the permits to your phone and see them whenever. And you can stay current, so the push notifications going to the driver saying, hey, a document, 2, 3, 4 documents have been updated, what document it is, and they can update it. And I'll sort of walk through what this can look like. This is as if you tapped into the little menu bar right here. And in documents, you can search for the document by name. It's also organized in a nice way by driver, company, truck, and trailer. And so you can see for the driver, there's the CDL. For the truck, you got the tags, IRP. All the required documentation can be in there. Eventually, we'd love to be able to add even more things to this app to be even smarter for any document you want. But right now, they can just click onto it. So it's for CDL, for example, the middle picture of the phone. They tapped into the CDL. You can view it, or you can download it onto the phone. You can see when the last time you've downloaded or updated the document on that driver's phone. And if you hit download, third one shows downloads complete at the top, and you can see when the last time it's been updated. And again, if push notification tells you, hey, document's been updated, you can do it. Now, the real question is, does that driver have to update 8 or 10 documents at the same time, or one by one have to do it? And that's where we also allow a simple push to download all updates that are available. So the driver can just, if they've been out of cell service for a while, pop back in. If their back office is telling them, hey, we've done something, received a push notification. This just makes sure it's good, it's clear, and when they're driving around down the road legally. It's pretty simple. So frequently asked questions. The first one is permit book legal to use? Obviously, the short answer is yes. Whether it's electronic or a paper document, enforcement tends to allow all of it. Obviously, paper is required in right now about 2 states or jurisdictions. But many others are allowing the electronic permits. A lot of times the states that say they don't allow it, enforcement still, they've allowed the electronic documents for a while, and sometimes enforcement officers are getting used to it, and they might just go, hey, I got it on my phone, I trust that, that's okay. Sometimes, maybe for the first year, it might be good to have both paper and electronic, especially if you're going cross-country, but it's definitely legal to use for electronic permits going down the road. I can email out a link of where all the states are. I'm going to create a nice little map to sort of show what is currently available for electronic and what could be coming soon. But again, like I said, West Coast, it's usually not an issue. Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, California, up and down as they are about what their rules are there. But if I get out of cell service, what happens? And I already addressed that. It's saved cached onto the phone, and it's easy to just show the driver or the enforcement. Boom, here it is. If it gets updated, obviously that's the most recently updated version of the document, and then you're good to go there. So nothing extra special that the driver has to do about that, and they're getting notified if there's something that's being changed. So it's should be simple to use. So what if the officer refuses to touch the phone to see the document? With ELDs, luckily this is going to be less of an issue. They're willing to handle the document. But if the officer says, no, I don't want to look at it on your phone, there is going to be a button where they can just generate a web link, and they can write that down, go back to their computer, upload that, or just put in that link, and there's the document right there. So they don't even need to touch it. They just need to write down what that web address is. And we've seen that should work just fine with that. What if I have more than one driver? So you're a large fleet, guys moving around a lot. Right now, our current staff is uploading a company and assigning drivers to that company, trucks and trailers to that company, because we're in beta testing right now, trying to test all this out. But by about mid-2019, it should be self-managed on your end, where you can just go in as a company, log driver, or create accounts for drivers and your trucks and trailers, assign where the documents are going, and then moving them around as you need to. It's going to be self-managed on your end as a fleet manager, hopefully by the middle of the year. Lastly, what devices will Permit Book work with? The app itself is on Android and iOS, Apple, so iPhones, any Android, Galaxy, the most common phones out there. Good to go. Like I said, we're in beta testing. It's coming mid-2019. You can join the waiting list right now. Go to permitbook.com. I've got you the flyer as well. There's more frequently asked questions on the website that you can look into and think about.